4 more frames to pick up the Stephen Hendry Trophy. Jack Lisowski is a great potter, but he's going to have to...
Yes, he did very well to win 5 of the 8 frames, especially having lost the first 2.
We just briefly at the start saw Mark's daughter, Sophia.
Yes, Dave, I made that point earlier that you always think of Mark Selby preferring the longer matches. Perhaps a good opponent. So, yeah, it's to be commended how well he's played in this series. That shot he hit too thin. Very, very tight if it goes. Very well done.
1.
I must admit I wasn't sure, but he was.
Well, like I say, he's a dazzling potter. Lisowski can knock them in from anywhere. A couple more in front. He's surely going to win.
8.
Well, he screwed in and out of the bunch a bit too much. He gets applause, but... well, if he's going to play safe, he needs to play a better one than that.
Jack Lisowski.
Well, I think Lisowski... yeah, another terrific pot, and he's back in.
I think Lisowski's percentage of long...
9.
The way.
I mean, he's definitely not slow either. He's
17.
just a little bit more thought.
Jack on for the season would be lower than that, but just a couple of extra seconds here and there on the more important shots.
22.
Oh, getting in his way. Well done.
28. 34.
Essentially looking very sharp. Pots going in part.
40.
Just needs to finish.
Well, as you can see, it's a couple of balls from... made 15 first visit, didn't play a good safety. Well, just the style he was looking for, not only winning the frame, but dominating it. That should get...
56.
I think our colleague's biggest step is from 0 to 1. He's winning that first one. I'm sure if Jack Lisowski did win tonight, there'd be plenty more.
I'm sure on the practice table he's been doing this.
64.
Won't be long. He's been very impressive this week. People have been speaking about him. There's a newish face for him.
70.
Still at school. End up at the Crucible.
78.
He's emerged clearly as a world-class player in his own right. He's in the top 16. It is just a title. It'll happen in a couple of hours' time.
86.
Bar 143. One of 5 centuries he's had this week.
94.
Just has a lovely way around the table, doesn't he? He's made this look so easy. And it's game well and truly on again.
$106.
Landed perfectly. It's a wonderful break.
Beautiful stuff from Jack Lisowski. What the sort of way Hendry and his pomp would have started a session.
One.
Oh, that's a great shot. He did make a century of break of 117 in frame 6. It's been a high standard match. I mean, two contrasting styles as well.
And he certainly won that English Open final with heavy scoring, but he... But he's done both.
It was one of those where it did look like he would play, he would certainly land on something.
Selby.
Playing the shot he did from blue into the bunch.
Well, again, he spent...
Foul. And a
Well,
miss.
it certainly wasn't easy queuing, as Dave was saying. It's one of those, you're really trying to catch a thin edge.
Now comes the warning.
Yeah, and a different shot will certainly happen.
Lisowski 4.
There's no way you could take the risk of playing that shot for the third time. It could be close to an in-off. Oh, you've got to be joking. That is... I mean, listen, I'm not sure that he played that. I really aren't. I'm not sure. Didn't... He could get him into something pretty nasty. And that is a pretty evil-looking snooker. Oh, goodness me. In here. This is the problem with this shot, you see. He can't get the pace on it. The miss will be called.
Selby.
Well, there's a little bit of some justice in that.
Oh, it's brilliant. Hey,
you know, you almost fancy that he's going to get anything like that, especially next
to the shot by the time he plays it. It's amazing to think how much trouble he was in behind that green.
That's okay. So where he played the previous shot. Oh, wow, what a miss.
One.
Oh, this was...
6.
Well, there's a lot of snooker to be played in this match, whatever happens in this frame, but it might turn out the big moment in the whole this final.
Lisowski didn't leave anything easy on from his...
You might call it an adventurous escape. There's some desperation in there as well.
27.
Well, at first I thought he'd have a cut that, but it held its line.
Mark Selby caught. And there's one more to be won.
.48 in the frame.
Feels like a big frame to win for Zhao.
cue ball up into bulk when you don't really need to. He thought about it and then realised he hadn't got to play any shot like that. Could be on re-rack territory here.
And gets underway after that short passage of play before stalemate ensued. We've had a re-rack.
No, that was an obvious mistake, and again, he may not. And he played to flick that red away. That red that's now on the left a bit further out. Yes, maybe, and I'm sure the stats. Selby was up quickly on that. He knew he'd misjudged it, hit it too thick himself. And he's got a little bit lucky.
Ooh, but Selby has made the plan.
One.
He's a very clever player, Mark Selby. He's not regarded necessarily as a flair player.
5. $11. $18. Yeah. 25. $32. $37.
Well, another red now is potable. The red, a couple
38.
up from the black on the right. Well, he got so close to it that it stayed
Mark
over the
Selby,
pocket.
43.
Now comes after it. Well, it wasn't easy, that's for sure.
Looks like a little roll to the Reds.
Of this sort of tip-tapping around for that even to be considered. That's a good safety shot. I mean, that. Well, he's fluked it. That went in very fast to the middle pocket.
1.
And before you pull.
Another red went flying in. And what a chance this is to pull one.
Whole match. Certainly.
17.
Is he after that fluke? Because they were all there for him.
Well, that's right. He played a good safety shot, Selby, and but you've got to make it count. That's okay.
$49.
Pretty good. So a lead of 13 points. Question of which colour he... Perhaps even more. It's an interesting angle of attack.
7.
Oh, he's done it though. See, there's something slight... Now the fact that he
62.
took the green means...
Well, has
65.
that fluke turned this final? He's still trying.
Well, it's hurt him, Selby. You can see.
69.
First ball went in. And this has made
74.
things...
That's the thing. He put Lisowski in trouble. He went for a pot,
80.
missed it. A quality clearance, you've got to say. So he's trailing by just 1 again. This is the last frame before the interval. It's 6-5 to Selby. First to 9 becomes champion this evening.
Yes, it's been enthralling so far. Under that, Mark Selby was nonplussed.
Well, he would have been plumb on a red, already 43-0 up. So a big favourite for 7-4.
Yes, that was a loose shot from Jack, but he seemed to tried a little bit.
5.
Well, no, and that two things about that new chalk. First of all, it's very expensive, and also it's like a cylinder, isn't it? I mean, they could roll down.
Mark Selby.
Big target into this pack. He's got to try and rediscover.
And it's got to mean a lot. Well, not quite like the...
This looks like the pink.
Foul and a miss.
That first one. Well, I think he's got to change the shot because he's just done exactly... Good try. Quite difficult to do. No, he's playing straight into the side of the bunch. And to get this one right also. No can afford to take a serious risk otherwise. But that's a say. Marcel's hovering again. There he is. He wants no hearing of a re-rack. He's like, well, that's achieved absolutely nothing. Because all Lisowski's going to do is roll up to the red.
Certainly not in Lisowski's interest to do anything else.
Well, I think Marcel Eckhart is a strong referee. But he's not going to try it there. This, I really don't know. He's behind in the frame, and he wants a re-rack. But this is just, I mean, no one can be criticised for this. I'm just saying, he's not willing to take the risk and play the big shot. Now he hasn't got the touch. Of course, the referee, he can fully within
and a miss.
the game.
But what was he going to do other than that?
Marcel is getting itchy feet, I think. Well, how can you know when it's your last shot otherwise?
And this clearly That's the problem, though, isn't it? Obviously, not leaving the red on, which Selby couldn't afford to. Playing to rest up to the red.
It's not surprising that after an exchange, like a difficult shot, all right. And again, both players have got to get into.
The ball's been potted. Still 20 minutes.
And he might be behind, but he's played an absolutely sensational safety shot there. That's a great shot, it really is. And even though it
Pushed a red towards the left corner. So maybe the deadlock is about to be broken.
I just glanced at red on the way through, so I don't know whether that helped or hindered.
1.
Well, that's some shot to play with.
5.
Well, is he on the pink or black?
12.
I just. Now this frame has changed a lot, not only because balls have actually been potted, but well, that is a serious error.
One.
I don't think Selby could quite understand.
The other thing about that, I would say, and a few people on social media have made this point.
Red, he just took on.
7.
Finish anywhere. Just
15.
Nicely done.
well, the other way. Yeah, that was a big shot to play at that point, without getting on one.
Lisowski 22.
Well, it's funny because for years I've been calling him the master of break.
Feels is potable. Anyway, it's a good cue ball. Well, in and amongst everything that's happened, that's another good shot. Well, it's not. And that wasn't a shot to nothing.
Foul.
Polled a ball. And it still is.
Lisowski.
Wow. Now he's flute one. Well, we saw how big the flute from... No, I guess that's the thing about flukes. You know, they're only significant if you do
Selby.
take advantage. Lisowski did. He made 80 from his.
Yeah, I mean, as far as long frames in pro snooker, this is an absolute 9-all. David Gilbert was on the wrong end of it. Fergal O'Brien the winner. Well, Jack Lisowski's patience has run.
1.
Well, look, if you got ranking points for patience, then Mark Selby would be back at world number 1. But Jack himself now looks a little bit fed up as well.
5.
That looks perfect. Yes, and that takes the pressure off in a big way.
19.
Play with right hand.
27.
Well, he absolutely got, and it's been a good break.
Mark Selby.
2 snooker.
Foul.
And I think
Selby
that
form
is
and a
that
frame.
as far as this frame goes. Well, it's 48 minutes by far.